Welcome back to another edition of WARCRY Good and Bad Matchups. Sorry this is a bit later than I wanted it to be, um, but we've had some sound issues and I've tried to fix them. I really hope they are working this episode, but we'll have to see. Anyways, guys, this is going to be the Daughters of Khaine video, so let's jump right into it. And here we go. So, which are the good, the decent, and the bad matchups for Daughters of Khaine? Let's start with the bad matchups here because there's not that many. Um, I said one of the bad matchups is Stormcast Vanguard, SR Seraphon, Siege Demons, and Caradron Overlords. So you'll see a common theme here, which are shooting heavy models and warbands. So the biggest issue Daughters of Khaine face is they have very low survivability, actually amongst the lowest survivability out of all the warbands. And that's especially bad against shoot-heavy factions because especially all the Sisters of Slaughter, who will be one of your main fighter types because they are very good in terms of damage and movement. However, they will be shot very quickly. So even like Seraphon, even some skinks with blowpipes can really destroy these girls really quickly. So I think that's a pretty bad matchup, especially since Daughters of Khaine do not have super quick fighters to tie up the ranged models. So they do have obviously the very fast Harpy type fighters, the Kinerai. However, the issue is those are really squishy, and I really don't recommend bringing them at all. So you're stuck with snakes who have 7-inch move, which is not bad at all, but it might not be fast enough to prevent ranged guys from really tearing into your low armored, weaker chaff models. Um, what's nice about these guys, about the Daughters of Khaine, is that they have pretty decent matchups against all the top tier factions, basically. Skaven, Corvus Cabal, Splintered Fang, Island of Deepkin, all of those are very strong factions um, in their own right, and I think Daughters of Khaine can definitely go head to head with all of those. So um, as I said previously, they have very good chaff options with 2-inch range as well, which will give them a good fighting chance against most melee-focused warbands. So take Skaven, for example. Their better damage dealers are, for example, the Plague Monks, who have 1 inch of reach. So the Daughters of Khaine being able to walk up to 2 inches out of range and then punch them, that's going to give them some extra survivability, which makes up for the low wounds and toughness of the models, and really benefits them from having a lot of damage. So I think against many of these warbands, they will have a very good matchup, or let's say at least a fair matchup. So obviously no one is going to be amazing against Skaven because Skaven themselves are amazing, but they are going to be able to compete, and that's true for many of the higher tier factions here. On the other side, they have a lot of very good matchups. So basically, anything that is not just as cost effective in terms of the chaff models, and I think that's true for Cone Demons because the Bloodletters are not quite as good. The Demonettes are not quite as good. Both of them only have 1-inch range and about the same kind of stats. Um, so for all of those matchups, I think they slightly favor Daughters of Khaine. And as we go down the tier list, obviously Daughters of Khaine are going to get more and more prevalent. So against a Stormcast Warrior Chamber, for example, I don't really think there's going to be much of an issue for Daughters of Khaine. Right, guys, that already concludes our video. I really hope the sound issues have been fixed. Please do let me know if it is any better at all. Otherwise, I will probably have to go and get myself a new microphone. Yeah, and thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.